Now, this is another topic for you, honestly, because I know you, when it comes to your Norman Osborn, you get very passionate. So, Tom Holland, and this comes from Alex from the Cosmic Circus. Shout out to them. Tom Holland will reportedly face off against Doc Ock and Green Goblin again in the MCU. It's not yet known if the original actors will return. Now, I wasn't going to put this on the docket because it's like a Captain Obvious, like duh, you know what I mean? Duh, Ninja, like we knew, like we knew that, right? But but then I started reading the comments, and a lot of people were like, we just got them, like we just saw them like 2 years ago. Why would you bring Norman Osborn to the MCU? He doesn't need to be there. Just bring Eddie Brock. We don't need Doc Ock. So, Jerry, can you please educate the fans on why we need Doc Ock and Green Goblin, aka Norman Osborn, in the MCU?
A lot of these fans are also arguing that Matt Gargan, Scorpion, should be the villain in the next Spider-Man movie. So keep that in mind. Take everything they say with a grain of salt. They don't read comics, because if they did, they wouldn't be fans of Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion sucks, dude.
Yeah. So we never saw a 616 universe Green Goblin or Doc Ock. These were villains from other universes. So it makes, number one, so for the new Spider-Man arc, I hope that they dive into the science aspect of it. Like, one of the cornerstones of the Marvel universe is that a lot of the characters are very involved in science in their lives. I mean, you could think of Spider-Man, you could think of Peter Parker, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Doctor Doom, Kang, Professor X, Beast, the list goes on, right? But Spider-Man is one of the big ones when it comes to science. And so much so that a lot of his villains are also involved in science, and especially both Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Green Goblin is a very successful entrepreneur and heads his own company, Oscorp Industries. And then there is, Doc Ock, who, does his own experiments. He's not successful in the way Green Goblin is, but he is a scientist, and he is always trying to, innovate some new technology of some sort. Now, Doc Ock, they say, is the smartest scientist of all of them in the Spider-Man universe. So it makes sense that we would want to see how these are the two biggest Spider-Man villains. I mean, maybe you could put Venom in there and, rotate the order a bit, but they're the biggest two, maybe three, depending on how you rank it. So it makes sense that we would want to see, how they interact with our MCU universe, especially through the realm of Spider-Man. The other thing with Norman Osborn that's important is, if they're going to do this Thunderbolts movie, which I don't think Norman Osborn is in it, or at least he's not announced to be on the Thunderbolts roster in it, but he should be. And, the entrepreneur angle of Oscorp and how that could interact with the MC Marvel universe is such an under talked about thing. Like, nobody talks about it. But in the comics, like, there's a famous storyline where Norman Osborn takes over through ownership and like legal means, takes through over Stark Industries, and then he starts using the, Iron Man suit and like fighting Iron Man. And it's incredible, so it's very short-sighted to say, oh, well, we saw them in No Way Home because they came in through other universes. So like we didn't really get a full story out of either of these villains. So it's not like we're overusing them. We never got to see them, in their own right and live their own lives, and how that would look in the Marvel universe within a Spider-Man movie. And if you're going to also, if you were to say we're not going to use these two villains, like the only other villain, you only have a couple other top Marvel villains to choose from. And I'm not saying that there aren't some good choices there, but to throw Doc Ock and Green Goblin out over them, showing up through a portal in No Way Home is silly, short-sighted. And again, these are when you think about it, it makes sense that these are the people that would say Scorpion is a good choice for a villain, because they obviously don't know how to think very well.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question because I know you're going to say the right answer. A lot of people are saying that they don't understand why the Joker is in the Batman when we're probably getting the Joker in Brave and the Bold. Why is the Joker why is the Joker going to be in every live iteration of Batman that we will see forever? Why?
So the Joker is like almost like helps. I'm trying to word this right. Joker is like a piece of the puzzle in Batman coming to terms with his identity.
Yes.
The Joker is for Batman. The Joker is a challenge on Batman's core values, beliefs, and principles. The Joker is the one who makes him question if he should ever kill and why should he not ever kill. The Joker is the one that makes him remember why he's doing what he's doing and the evil that's out there in the world, and really come to terms with who he is, what he set out to do, why he set out to do it, and how he should do it. And he's one of the biggest pieces. I would say that the Joker is right under Bruce Wayne's parents being killed in terms of Bruce Wayne finding out his Batman identity.
Yep. And that is why Doc Ock and Green Goblin had to be in the MCU. The same way the Joker completes Batman, Doc Ock and Norman Osborn complete Peter. There's no other way to say it.
And on that note, Doc Ock and Green Goblin are also such powerful villains in the Spider-Man universe because they make Peter Parker learn so much about his power and responsibility with himself, because they are both people that are close to him in his
father
life
figures in his life.
Peter. Yeah. And that's what makes it so impactful. So to say no to Doc Ock and no to Green Goblin, it's crazy. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't make a movie with Venom, which is obviously coming at some point, or Kraven, who I love, but Doc Ock and Green Goblin got to be the priority.
Yep.